Hello, everybody. Welcome to Math 1050, Section 603 for Fall 2020. So, first thing, hopefully everyone is aware, this will be a live streaming class. It'll be online, live streaming Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 o'clock. So we will not be meeting face-to-face on campus. Everything will be done live via Canvas and Microsoft Teams. And I've scheduled our first Microsoft Teams meeting for tonight at 5 o'clock. I wanted to send this out beforehand to just give you a little bit of heads up on a few things and maybe spur some thought so you can ask some meaningful questions tonight. So first thing you want to get to know is our Canvas page. I've got the instruction broken down into modules by unit, and these correspond to units of instruction. So first document you're going to want to read obviously is the syllabus. You can download it here. Most of, hopefully, if any questions you have can be answered by the syllabus. There was a discussion thread going around about the book, so I just wanted to show you the book we'll be using. Looks like this, College Algebra 7th edition by Redlin, Stewart, and Watson. We will be doing homework out of the book. We're not doing an online homework system like MyMathLab or anything like that. So you will need to have a copy of the book. The library has a few you can rent for the day, and various bookstores around have it, or you can rent it from Amazon here. So you want the book. I want to explain and make sure it's clear to everyone how the lectures are going to go. So it is live streaming, but I don't anticipate using Microsoft Teams to deliver lesson content. What I've done is pre-recorded all of the lessons for the course, and I've uploaded those videos into Canvas on the modules. So if you go to Module 1, or Unit 1 rather, which is functions, and click on the Unit 1 overview, then each section of the book, we start in Chapter 2, has a corresponding lesson that I've pre-recorded. And I've also connected a few Khan Academy videos that correlate to separate learning targets within that section. So the most closely correlated content will be the lessons that I've recorded, and you can get some backup material, I suppose, if you want to call it that, from Khan Academy. It's pretty good stuff. I've previewed it. It's pretty good stuff there. So it's anticipated that students will watch the lessons on their own time during the day, and then for our scheduled class sessions, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5, you'll bring questions from homework or questions from the discussion or from the lecture videos that weren't clear, or things that you want to go over again from that. And that's what I anticipate doing at our live sessions using Microsoft Teams. And now as far as the homework goes, if you click on that Unit 1 tracking sheet, it brings up a document that looks like this. So this is for Unit 1, Section 2.1 all the way to 2.8. This will be Unit 1 from Chapter 2. I've broken it down, each section, into smaller learning targets, and this really is an attempt to help you be a little more purposeful and targeted in your learning, and to keep track of exactly what it is you need to know for each section. And then these homework problems correlate to individual learning targets. These boxes over here are really just for you to use if you want to kind of gauge your own level of learning and proficiency on each learning target. So you'll print this out for the unit and keep track of your homework, what homework is assigned off of this document. Now you do homework on paper, but I'm not going to be collecting it, obviously, since we're not meeting face-to-face. So what you'll do, going back to the module, is clicking here, Unit 1 participation. So what I'm going to have everybody do is finish all their homework on however many pieces of paper it takes you, and then scan it in using a scanning app. There are several free scanning apps you can download onto your device, or you can use a scanner on campus. However you want to do it, but you're going to create a single PDF file of your homework and submit that on this assignment here, Unit 1 participation. And you can see there's two parts to it. Homework is 10 points. That's completing all assigned homework problems from the tracking sheet. The other 10 points is what I call test preparation. Before each exam, I will send out a practice exam, and it's expected that you complete the practice exam just like you would a test. Sit down, try to do it without any notes or anything like that, and that can help gauge your level of readiness for the actual exam. They're very, very similar, the practice exam and the actual exam. And you'll also scan in that practice exam into a single PDF file and submit that. And that's what you're turning in on a regular basis. Right before we take an exam for Unit 1 is when it will be due. So if you have any questions on how that works, please let's talk about it in one of our virtual meetings on a Tuesday or a Thursday. The other component to this course, obviously, are exams. Now, it's my understanding that the testing center is going to be closed during the pandemic, so we will not have access to the testing center. So one thing that the university has made available is an online proctoring service called Proctorio. In order to use that, you're going to need to have a webcam and a computer with a reliable internet connection. And what it does is it uses your webcam to monitor your movements and activities during a testing session and uploads that as a video to the instructor. So we will be using that proctoring service. So again, you'll need a webcam and a computer, or a computer with an integrated webcam, in order to be able to use this service. Our first module, and actually our first assignment, is actually just a quick little practice quiz using Proctorio. So if you go to this first module called Proctorio Setup and click on that quiz, it'll kind of explain how to get it set up, how to download it. It's a Google Chrome extension, so you got to make sure you have Google Chrome. And then this is an information page put out by the university on some of the ins and outs and nuts and bolts of using Proctorio. So anyway, you'll click next to take the quick little quiz, and you'll submit that test, these tests using Proctorio, just like you would homework. You use a scanning app or a scanner to scan in the pages into a single PDF file, and you upload that once your test is finished. So I look forward to being here in Structure. I know it's going to be a little bit different, not being able to meet face-to-face. Honestly, I don't prefer online courses, and I know most students don't either. But I'm going to try my hardest to make it as painless as possible, and to make it as interactive as possible. I am able to screen record and screencast on our live sessions using an iPad and a pencil, so that I can present and model homework questions and things like that live. So the best advice I can give you, knowing that this is probably new, online courses are new for probably a lot of you, is you got to stay current. I've put a course calendar on our Canvas page, and it would be as if it were face-to-face, what sections I would be covering on a Tuesday and then the following Thursday. And you really need to try your best to stay up with that schedule, so that you're not leaving everything and all the homework and all the learning until right before the exam. It's not going to be a good way to learn the material in a meaningful way, certainly not learning it in a lasting way. So best advice is to make sure you're setting aside a certain amount of time every day for homework, and then as often as you can, logging into our live sessions and asking for homework help or for clarification on some of the things presented in the lessons. So anyway, I look forward to meeting with you later this evening at 5 o'clock to go over any other questions you have. Good luck.